Oh, yeah. Is it Saturday already? Have we made it through yet another week, the premiere week for Skeleton Crew of Star Wars news? Okay, we got a lot to get into today. New trailers for Skeleton Crew, which, of course, how can you go wrong with that? Also, Ahsoka Season 2 has got a massive update from Dave Filoni himself. And if that's not enough, James Mangold's Dawn of the Jedi movie receives an update as well. So without further ado, let's dive into all of it. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing on this fine Saturday afternoon? What's up, chat? Okay, so first things first, yes, I've been a little under the weather, so to speak, over the last couple days, so we didn't have a video come out yesterday, and I was debating on whether or not we're going to have a live stream today. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling better, so thank you all for those great, very get well wishes. I appreciate it. We're feeling a little bit better today, so if I start going like this, if I start going like this, if I start going like this, if I look lost at any point in this live stream, just bear with me, okay? Just bear with me. We got a lot to get into today and not a lot of time. So first things first, let's say hi to everybody in the chat, shall we? Aaron, what is up? Jack, how we doing? Daniel in the house. Lee, what is up? Brandon Baker, how we doing? I Hodja, what is up? Darth Raccoonar, what is up? Mando United in the house. Nathan, how we doing? Navarro, what is up? JC in the house. Officer Murdoch, how we doing? Sombra Luna, what is up? Soul, what is up? Okay, if I missed you, you know the deal. Just yell at me in the chat. Let's give everybody a nice little,
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Okay, so if you weren't here on Thursday's live stream, we had our first ever guest on a live stream. And it was, of course, Tony from Star Wars Sith. So if you are not yet subscribed to him, go check him out. But it was a blast to get to talk with Tony live. I could talk Star Wars all day long, and having somebody to riff off of like that was great. And we got some good feedback, so we might be doing that again with other creators and maybe even Tony again at some point soon. So keep that in mind in the back of your head. Today, we don't have a special guest. It'll just be me. Sorry, guys, but you're stuck with me. But that was a lot of fun, so shout out to Tony for doing that. All right, let's talk some Skeleton Crew. The premiere was this week. We got 2 episodes this week. Now, the 3rd episode comes out in a couple days, but we have a little bit of news for the channel, at least first. Let's start with that. Tuesday stream. As you guys know, we stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday for the rest of your lives. However, we will not be only streaming on Tuesday. We'll be streaming on Monday this week as well. The Tuesday live stream that is at 2 p.m. is now just going to be the watch party. So at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be the watch party on Tuesdays. Now that 2 p.m. stream on Tuesdays will be moved to Mondays until Skeleton Crew is over. So from now on, it will be every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday for the rest of your lives, or at least until Skeleton Crew is over. So now, Monday live streams at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to do predictions and all that stuff for Skeleton Crew to get hyped up for the show. Just so we're not live streaming twice on a Tuesday, and it gives me some more time to breathe, I guess. So, live streams now Monday, Tuesday's a watch party, Thursday, and Saturday. Okay? Okay. Are you with me? Cool. All right, let's talk about Skeleton Crew. Those first 2 episodes, what do you rank them out of 10? Tell me in the chat. Rank those first 2 episodes of Skeleton Crew out of 10 in the chat, and let me put up a poll so we can see where this community is at right now. What did you think of the Skeleton Crew premiere? Premiere. There we go. What did you think? Did you love it? Did you like it? What the hell? Did you like it? Were you like, I mean, it's all right? Or did you hate it? Were you like, I'm a hater and I hated it? No, I'm kidding. Did you hate it? Let's see. What did you think of the Skeleton Crew premiere? Okay. I think yeah, that's right. That's right, chat. What did you think of the Skeleton Crew premiere? Tell me in the chat. And rank it out of 10 if you have not already. All right, let's see some scores. 8 out of 10, 8.5, 8.5, 8.5, 8.5. A lot of 8.5s. 7 for episode 1, 8 for episode 2. Okay. 9 for both. Interesting. 8 for one, 9 for the other. That's what I said too. 8 for the first one, 9 for the second one. That's my scores as well. 9 for both for me. Okay. I've increased my rating to a 9 after a rewatch. Nice. 9 out of 10. Nice, Jody. 10 out of 10. Wow. Come on, 8.5 gang. Oh my God, a lot of 8.5s. 9 out of 10. Best since Mando season 1 and 2. Now that is high praise. Grandmaster, what's up? That is very high praise. The second episode was better in my opinion. I agree with that. I think the second episode was better. It was shorter, but it was still better. And that again goes back to our conversation we've had 1,000 times over again about run times. The run times for these episodes, it doesn't really matter. If it's 20 minutes of great content, we're not going to be complaining 2 days later. If it's 40 minutes of nonsense or 30 minutes of nonsense or 20 minutes of nonsense and it doesn't get us anywhere, then it's probably going to be something that's complained about. Yeah, absolutely. First episode, 8.5. Second episode, 9.5. That's high praise. 8.5s. A lot of 8.5s. Here's the deal, chat. This premiere for the Skeleton Crew is currently sitting at on Rotten Tomatoes. If you won't believe it, I'll show you with your own two eyes. Skeleton Crew, Rotten Tomatoes. It has fluctuated a little bit. Actually, the audience score has gone down while the critic score has gone up. It was at a 95 on Rotten Tomatoes critic score, and now it is a 96. But the audience score was up at like an 87 and it's now dropped to an 82. So that is dropping, and the critic score has risen a little bit. But this is insane. This is insane. It is the second highest, or actually third highest rated Star Wars project ever. The only two it is behind. Can you guess, chat? Can you guess what this is behind? There's only 2 Star Wars projects ahead of Skeleton Crew for critic score. For critic score, not audience score, critic score. What do we think, chat? Any guesses? Any guesses? Mando Season 2, where Boba shows up on Titan, was less than 20 minutes, I believe. I don't know if it's less than 20 minutes, but it's probably very short, yes. And it was amazing. That's true. That is true. Andor and Mando, no. Well, yes and no. Andor is one of them, yes. Andor is one of them, but Mando is not the other. Mando is actually lower than Skeleton Crew. Andor yes. Andor is one of them. Andor is one. No. Shows. Sorry. Not The Force Awakens, Rogue One. No. Shows. Shows only. Sorry. Did I say Star Wars Project? That was on me. Star Wars shows. The Book of Boba Fett? No. Ahsoka? No. Ahsoka wasn't that highly rated, actually. It was not. It was not. What's everyone's thoughts on SM-33? I love him. I mean, it's hard to make a new cool droid in Star Wars, but they knocked it out of the park. His badass Captain America looking shield thing where he burned the guy's face, so badass. Star Wars Rebels. Yes, caveman. Star Wars Rebels is the highest rated Star Wars show of all time, as it should be. I'm a huge Star Wars Rebels fan, but as it should be. And Skeleton Crew is number 3, behind Andor and Star Wars Rebels. That's pretty high praise. That is very high praise. Now, again, it's only been the first 2 episodes. A lot can change from here. We're only a fourth? We're already a fourth of the way through this show? That was a bigger fraction than I wanted it to be. Damn. Okay, well, we're only a fourth of the way into this show, so a lot can change. It all depends on, of course, how the rest of the show plays out. All right, but a 96 is a 96 nonetheless. That is very, very good start for this show. Okay, but I did see a super chat come in. Jordan Rennie with a very generous $2 holla. I appreciate that. Jordan says, can we get your best Brutus impression from Skeleton Crew? Maybe. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find a Brutus impression online because the show just came out. Let me check. But I appreciate the super chat. I really, really do. Super chats, memberships, keep the lights on over here, and I appreciate it. So if you want to see some awesome, cool Star Wars impressions or something, you should send me a super chat. You know? And of course, memberships. We just had our last giveaway at the end of every month. It's the beginning of a month right now. But at the end of every month, we do giveaways. So you got to watch out for that. Captain Brutus scenes. Okay, here we go. I don't want to see him blasting. I want to see him talking. Oh, here we go.
Captain Silver, the ship is yours.
Captain Silver, the ship is yours.
Hang on.
Captain Silver, the ship is yours.
I want to see him say something else. That was pretty good.
Good men's lives lost.
Good men's lives lost.
Okay. That hurt my voice. Oh, hang on. I need a sip of water after that one. That went deep. Okay. I appreciate it, Jordan. I really, really do. Brutus, what do we think, chat? Is Brutus a badass character or what? Talk about a cool character. Oh, and while we're here, who's under the mask, chat? Who's under the mask? I know we talked about this last. Oh my god, my voice hurts. I know we talked about this last stream, but who's under the mask? Ugh. Who is under the mask? I joked about it being me last stream. Blah 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 blah. Jude Law. Yeah, Jod. It seems to be Jod. It seems to be Jod. Look, Hondo Naka. Hey, there you go. Captain Long John Silva. It's possible. Yeah. It seems like Jod is under that mask. I still don't know why they wouldn't have just killed him on the spot and instead of throwing him into prison, but we'll see. Yeah. You saw Daisy Ridley at Starbucks last Tuesday? What? What? Nice, I guess. I don't know if you're telling the truth or not. Yeah. Ewoks? What? What are we talking about? Okay. Let's get back to business here. We have a new Skeleton Crew trailer to actually watch. Actually, a few of them. So, actually, no, that's just an official clip. Let's watch this 30-second trailer spot for Skeleton Crew.
Let's go! Hit the
Whoop. You guys can't see that, can you? Let's do this. Let's do this.
Let's go! Hit the throttle!
That's what I've been saying.
This is something really special. Let's go.
Watch your step.
Ew. Engine ready!
Skeleton Crew, new episodes Tuesdays on Disney+.
Okay, so we kind of broke this down a little bit with Tony on Thursday, but there's a lot of scenes that we got to really got to talk about here. So let's go back to the beginning.
Let's go! Hit!
So this is the ship cleaned up. You're going to see in a second that there's still those vines all around here in a different scene that we're about to see. But at some point in this show, they're going to clean up this ship. It's going to be remove all the vines type deal, and we're going to actually clean up the Onyx Cinder.
The throttle!
Boom. Right there. It's the very next scene. So we go from one frame. Actually, wait. It might just be them looking the other way. No, there's no vines here. No vines. Vines. And maybe it's just that there's no vines on the other side. I don't know. Looks like there's vines. And no vines the other way.
That's what I've been saying.
And this is them on that sort of snowy planet, as you can tell from behind them.
Been saying.
This is something really special.
Badass Captain America SM-33.
Let's go.
Okay, so... Nope, not far enough.
Let's go.
Somebody pointed this out. I think it was Navarro in the Discord. If you guys are not yet in the Discord, there's a link in the description below to a Discord called The People Who Love Star Wars. Go join it immediately. All right.
Let's go.
Fudge, I can't press pause here.
Let's go.
Ah! There it is. So, oh, my big-ass head's in the way. Hang on, chat. You see this weird yellow thing he's holding here, chat? I don't know what that is, but I do know that it is important. Now, a few other things to keep in mind here, to keep a look at here, is where in location he is. This is the Owl's house. The Owl character. Somebody tell me in the chat what his name is again. I forget. But if you see this light here off to the side, we're going to see that again a couple more times. And it's where the owl is. Okay? So keep that in mind.
Let's go.
So this owl dude. So you see this sort of map behind him. We don't know if he's going to be the female character that Jod was talking about in that clip we've already seen. There's a lot going on here, but we don't know who this guy's going to be. Although we do know he is going to be important. That's clear enough. He's in the posters for this show. He's in all the promotions for this show. This owl dude, he's very, very important. And it might not even be a he, it might be a she, because Jod was talking about this female character who is very good with navigation. And it seems like with this telescope behind him and his maps on the wall, he might be that guy, or she might be that guy, or girl, or I don't even know anymore, chat. All right, but I do have a super chat, so let's take a look at that. Wait, what the hell? I thought we had a super chat. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Darth Plagueis. Darth Plagueis! Did I mention I was not feeling well today, chat? Darth Plagueis lives with a very generous $5 holla. I appreciate that, Darth Plagueis. Says, congrats on 100K. Thank you. Oh my God, I almost forgot about that. We hit 100K a week ago today. A week ago today, chat, we hit 100K. So let's celebrate a little bit, can't we? Hit it! That's craziness. Okay. Yeah, I almost forgot. Hey, what are you gonna do? Okay. But Darth Plagueis also says, do you think Din and Grogu could show up in Skeleton Crew? I don't know. Hang on. Let's ask the chat. Chat, do you think Din and Grogu will be in The Mandalorian? I'm sorry, be in The Mandalorian. Be in Skeleton Crew. Do you guys think that Din and Grogu, The Mandalorian and Grogu, will show up in Skeleton Crew at all? Like, even if it's just a tiny little appearance at the end? What do we think? Yes or no? Possibly? Unlikely? No, they won't. No. I hope not. Okay. I don't think so. No. A lot of no's. Not a lot of yeses. I agree with you. I don't think they will, but there is a small possibility. Here's the thing. This show takes place in the same sort of region, the wild space, which is right near the Outer Rim, which is where Din and Grogu are. So in theory, that could make sense. We're going to talk about today the possibility of Grand Admiral Thrawn showing up. That's why he is in the thumbnail of this live stream. We'll talk about Grand Admiral Thrawn later. And where there's Grand Admiral Thrawn, there might be a Din and a Grogu. But you also have to take into effect that the next Mandoverse Star Wars project is The Mandalorian and Grogu. So this Skeleton Crew has to set up that project in some sort of way, has to set up the movie. I would say it's very unlikely that we're going to be seeing Din and Grogu in this Skeleton Crew series, but it's not impossible. It's not like a 0% chance. Darth Conan says, what if At-Aten is in the other universe where Ahsoka and Sabine are currently in? Well, we know that's not possible. Well, yeah, we know that that's not possible. We haven't seen yet a familiar place that we know and love from Star Wars. Like, we haven't gone to Tatooine yet in this show. We haven't gone to Coruscant or anything like that. But when they jumped into hyperspace, leaving the planet, it wasn't the same hyperspace as when you go to a different galaxy. It wasn't like hopping in a Purgle and going to Peridia. It wasn't like hopping in the Eye of Sion and going to Peridia. The one clear indication that we are still in the Star Wars universe that we know and love is Vane. Vane was in The Mandalorian Season 3, and now he's in Skeleton Crew. He's the connection to prove to us that we are still in the current Star Wars galaxy. Yeah. I like the theory, but no. Ahsoka and Sabine will definitely, in Huge Wang too, will definitely not be in Skeleton Crew. Yeah. John Groom says, see, the theory that At-Aten might be providing resources for a building, or for the building of the First Order fleet, or even working on a Palpatine clone. I have heard that theory quite a bit. Palpatine clone type thing, I'm not a big fan of it. The First Order one, a little bit more. The real thing is, why would these people on this planet be thinking that they're still in the Republic? The old Republic, as it were. Possibly the prequel era Republic, possibly the High Republic era, talking about the great works that we talked about on Thursday's live stream. But why would these people think that they are still working for the Republic if they're working for the First Order? Or the Empire, or the remnant of the Empire, or working for Palpatine himself? propaganda. Yeah, but why would you go from Republic to the Empire, and if everything was going fine with the Empire, then back to the Republic? Doesn't really make much sense. It actually doesn't even make any sense. Yeah. Just because. Well, there you go. Just because. The government knows, but the children don't. There's a possibility that it's a big cover-up. Yeah, the government does know. Fern's mom knows. That would be a disaster. That would be a disaster. Yeah. That ice planet in the ice planet in the Mandalorian Grogu is Hoth. We don't know that for sure. We did see an ice planet in the Mandalorian season 2 that wasn't Hoth, but it does look to be Hoth. Yes. Apparently, Jod's mother was a Jedi. That would explain his abilities, and he is not actually a Jedi. Again, I've heard this theory, and I don't like it. Jod is in his 40s, maybe even 50s. How old is Jude Law? Somebody in the chat help me out. How old is Jude Law, the actor? Either way, he's probably in his 40s. This show takes place 28 years after Order 66. 28 years. So he would be, in theory, at least 10 years old by the time of Order 66. So that would mean he would be with the Jedi Temple. His mom couldn't be a Jedi because she wouldn't be able to have kids. He's 51. Okay, Jude Law's 51. There you go. He'd be 20. Close to. No, not close to. Yeah, he'd be 20. He'd be 22, actually. He'd be definitely old enough. Yeah. Well, the reason for this theory is because of the Google cast. We've talked about this quite a bit recently, but if you look up Skeleton Crew cast on Google, this is what comes up. Oh, she's gone. Chat, she's gone. Chat, she's gone. Chat, she's gone. What? Oh, things just got interesting. What? Hold up, chat. Now I'm concerned. Now I'm intrigued. She's gone. Okay, so if you don't know what I'm talking about right now, if you're completely lost, there was an actress on here named Haley Webb, something like that. Haley Webb. And under her name, like it says Jude Law, Jod Na Nawood is his character's name. By the way, it says Nick Frost's character is the Onyx Cinder when we know it's SM-33, and the Onyx Cinder is the name of the ship. But, so how it says the actor's name and then the character, it said Haley Webb, and then under it, Jedi Na Nawood. If you don't believe me, go back and watch the last live stream. She was there last live stream. Wow. And now she's gone. Okay, so that's the big deal. She's gone. But this was the only place that she existed. The only place the character of Jedi Na Nawood existed was in the Skeleton Crew cast on Google. And now she's gone. So one of two things could be happening here. One, Google realized their mistake, that this character doesn't actually exist, and somehow they just completely made up this fact of this weird character that didn't exist in the show, and they put it on Google for some reason. Or two, this character exists, Google knows something we don't, and somebody fucked up, like Darth Conan says. Somebody fucked up. Interesting. So the theory is that Jedi Na Nawood could be either Jod's sister, Jod's mom, or some Jedi who taught Jod the ways of the Force and then died, or who knows what happened, and he just took the name as an alias. Because Jod has many different aliases in the Skeleton Crew show. Already, we are led to believe that he is Captain Silvo, which means Captain Silvo, Jod Na Nawood. We already know for a fact that Crimson Jack will be another one of his names, and there will be more to come. So he has a bunch of different aliases. We don't know what his true name is. Jod Na Nawood might not be it. So it's possible that he either stole this name from this Jedi who maybe mentored him or something, I don't know. Or that was his mom, and this is his true name. But either way, it's gone. She's gone. She's gone. That's crazy. I did not expect this at all. She has absolutely disappeared. That is so weird. That is so. That is very strange. And actually, we got some new people here too. I don't know who he's playing or he's playing. Yeah, so if things didn't get any weirder, I mean, they removed her from the only place she existed. I don't know, Chad. Do you think this is them realizing that this character doesn't exist, or are they realizing that we messed up big time and accidentally spoiled that there's going to be a Jedi named Jod Na Nawood in Skeleton Crew? What do we think? Now, the big news this week was that Jude Law told us that his favorite episode from this show is episode 7. And the reason for that is because we actually learn his backstory, his character's upbringing, and how he's able to wield the Force and all that stuff. We'll learn that in episode 7. He's confirmed that. The problem is, episode 7 is in 6 weeks. And it's the second to last episode. So we're not going to see that at any time soon. So this whole Jod Na Nawood situation might go on for quite some time. Plot twist, Jod Na Nawood was actually the one under the mask. Dun, dun, dun. No, I don't think so. It didn't sound like a female voice under there. Catherine, what's up? Yeah. Yeah. Captain Long John Silvo. Jod Silvo. Funny. I believe it was an accidental spoiler. It could be. It could be. What if Jod was married to Nina and then she died? That's a possibility too. A wife. Doesn't have to be a sister or a mother. It could be a wife. That's a possibility. She also might not exist at all. That's also a possibility. So keep that in mind. She has disappeared from the only place she existed. So it's possible that she could be real. They're trying to cover their tracks, so to speak. But going all the way back to Darth Plagueis' very generous super chat, I appreciate it. Do I think Din and Grogu will be in this show? No. Tied it back together. James, what's up? Says, hey, Mike. Jude Law could be a Palpatine clone being locked up for a long time. Here's why I don't think it's a Palpatine clone. I love the theory, and obviously Palpatine should be brought in at some point in this Mandoverse. If he was a successful Force-sensitive Palpatine clone, he would never make it off of Exegol. Rey's dad, who is a successful Palpatine clone, but not a Force-sensitive one, only makes it off of Exegol because he's not Force-sensitive. So he escapes. If there was a Force-sensitive one, Palpatine would just put himself into it. You know? Yeah. 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 Could the Hulk defeat Palpatine? Yes, in theory. I mean, either one of them could probably beat each other. It depends on the circumstances, location, and a lot of other things. And what kind of Hulk are we talking about here? We talking about Professor Hulk, who's just a little, wuss boy over there, or are we talking about like badass Hulk, World War Hulk, badass Hulk, and also the version of Palpatine too? We talking like peak Palpatine, like when he's full strength, or strung up Palpatine in Rise of Skywalker? You know? All right, chat. Who would win, Palpatine or Hulk? Do it. Palpatine or the Hulk? Who would do it? Would it end with Hulk going, puny God, and just smacking him back and forth? Or would it be like, unlimited power? How is the Hulk going to stop that? And would that stop him? Would Palpatine's Force Lightning be enough to stop the Hulk in his tracks? Don't forget Palpatine has a lightsaber too. Would the lightsaber be enough to slice through a limb of the Hulk? These are all great questions. These are all great questions. Mike, look up Nina Galilendo, a Legends character who is a smuggler. Let's do it. Let's do it. Nina, what was it? Galendo. Nina Galendo, a human female from Legends. A smuggler active during the Galactic War between the Galactic Republic and the Sith Empire. So an Old Republic character. Interesting. She made frequent stops at the spaceport on the planet of Corellia and was a smuggler. Her only appearance was in the Old Republic, Star Wars The Old Republic. And this is her whole page on Wikipedia. That's it. Every other character in the Star Wars universe has pages on pages on pages, and she's got one little paragraph. She's only made one appearance. First and only appearance. Wild. Does have the same first name, but nowhere close to the same second name, or last name, second name. Yeah, so I don't know if there's any connection there, but I like it. I like it. We're getting somewhere. So nobody says the Hulk would win? Palpatine's got it. World War Hulk would win. Okay. Connection's lost? What? Oh, we're good. We got excellent connection over here. Excellent connection. What's going on with the like situation? Can we smash a freaking like on the stream? God damn. Got 70 plus people watching here and only 40 likes. What's up with that, chat? Just because I'm a little sick today doesn't mean I'm going to miss the fact that we have no likes on this stream. Jeez. Okay, where was I? Where was I? Palpatine would definitely win. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Hulk couldn't do much if he was suspended in the air by the Force. Would depend on how wait, what? Oh, on how susceptible he is to a lightsaber. Yeah, can a lightsaber cut through the Hulk? That's the question. That's the question. You know? We are getting battered by a storm right now in England. Oh, well, we'll stay safe. That's no fun. That's no fun. Okay. Let's Yes, it can. Okay. So the Hulk is doomed then. I'm taking Palpatine in a 7-game series. Hulk impression now. Okay. I hate stairs. I hate stairs. Puny God. I forget what he says in that, but all I know is he hates stairs. Okay. I appreciate it, Jordan. I really do. All right. Let's do this. Let's get back to this trailer. Did we ever finish this trailer? We didn't. We got halfway through and I got distracted. Let's keep watching this trailer.
Watch your step.
So, a few things here. One.
Watch your step.
Oh, I didn't go back far enough. One is X-Wings. Now, could this be Carson Teva? Possibly. Could it be anyone else? Yes. Could it be Trapper Wolf, who's Dave Filoni's character? Maybe. But there are 2 X-Wings here. And chances are we're going to learn who is inside of the cockpit of both of these X-Wings at some point in this show, because this is not the only time we see X-Wings in this trailer or in any trailer, actually, for matter of fact. So, who do you think's in the X-Wings, chat? Who do you think is in the X-Wings? Mike, do you think Dr. Aphra has a chance of making her canon debut in this show? Well, Dr. Aphra is a canon character. Live action debut, it's a possibility, yeah. She's got this massive run of comics, so it makes sense for her to eventually come over to live action. Mike, what's up? Great name. Yeah. Wolf Moon says, do you think that the lyrics to that song... Wait. Did you know the lyrics to that song has Atten in it? What? This song?
Scott.
Watch your step.
Ew.
I didn't hear it. Is it in this trailer, or are you just saying in the song in general? They did release a full version of the Major Tom song in the Huddies from this trailer. Is that what you mean? Replay the whole thing? I didn't hear Atten.
That's what I've been saying.
This is something really special.
Whoa.
Scott.
Didn't hear it. But let's take a look at this. So, first and foremost, this is, I believe, Neil's foot. He's got like the red shorts on, or red pants on, or whatever. You see the red pants here on Neil?
Your step.
That's his foot. That's not this guy's foot. This is some trailer magic here. I believe this is, yeah, the red pants of Neil. He stepped on some sort of pressure plate. So this guy gets sent up to nowhere's land, no man's land.
Ew.
Get another look at those X-Wings flying by right there in the middle of the screen. Our boy Brutus. Again, this is the Onyx Cinder, and it looks like it's being absolutely destroyed. I don't think this ship is going to make it through. And here's why. This isn't the only piece of evidence I have that's suggesting that this ship is not going to make it through. Clearly, it's being blown to bits right here. That should be enough. If it's not, let me add on to that. The Onyx Cinder is clearly a very important piece to this puzzle. Very important piece to the story of Skeleton Crew. They released a Lego set for the Onyx Cinder early for the show. Way before the show even aired. Actually, when did they release that? Like back in June or something? Like a long time ago. And here's why I think they did that. Do you remember the Razor Crest from The Mandalorian? Give me a 1 into the chat if you remember the Razor Crest. I certainly hope you do. It's a great ship. It got absolutely obliterated in season 2, that same episode we were talking about where Boba Fett gets introduced in the Mandalorian season 2. It gets obliterated by the remnant of the Empire on Tython. Yeah, on Tython. They didn't release the Lego set for the Razor Crest until after it was already destroyed. And I think they realized that was stupid. One, they probably lost out on a bunch of sales because people were like, what? This ship's gone now. Why are we going to buy this ship if it's already destroyed and Din Djarin's not going to fly around in it anymore? But they released it after the fact. I think what's going on here is they realized that they have a very cool ship with the Onyx Cinder for the Skeleton Crew series, and they wanted to sell a lot of Lego sets before the show aired because this ship is going to blow to pieces, as we see, or looks to see here. There's many other trailers where we get this same exact sort of frame of seeing this ship blow up. Doesn't look too good for this ship to me. Just me. You know? Just me. Grandmaster, what's up? Been busy? Don't worry about it. I appreciate you coming back. It's going to die? Yes, the ship's going to die, okay? Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, true. There's a new Razor Crest coming in. That'll be in the movie for sure. The Onyx Cinder was blown up. Well, not yet, but it could be. Could be. The Razor Crest is coming back in the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. True, but not his Razor Crest. It's probably going to be just Zeb's Razor Crest, and he's not going to get one unless he steals it back from Zeb Orrelios. Yeah. Yeah. Roland, what's up? A newbie? A Nubian. Nubian. There you go. What's up? How we doing? Wim has to press the red button. Yes, that is also true. Let's not forget that there's a button on the Onyx Cinder that makes the whole ship go boom. And they clearly mentioned that in the second episode for a reason. I think I even said it in the watch party. I said, that's going to come back to haunt them. Or I maybe even said it in the breakdown video. There's obviously a reason that they mentioned that that big red button is going to destroy the entire ship, and they shouldn't press it. They're definitely going to press it. There's no doubt in my mind that that button will be pressed and the Onyx Cinder will go boom. It will probably be to the benefit of them getting away from somebody or them trying to kill somebody. I don't know when or why, but that big red button will be clicked at some point. Yeah. Could Ezra appear in this show? I mean, he's just as likely as Din Djarin or Grogu or Harrison Dula or any of those characters. I wouldn't say it's a 0%, but it's a possibility. Yeah. Yeah. My name is actually Lindsay. Well, hello, Lindsay. I'll try to remember that. I Hodges says there is going to be a scene when they all are screaming at Wim to push the big red button, and he finally gets permission to go boom. I agree with that. I think they'll finally come to the sense that at some point when they need it most, they have to press the big red button that makes it go boom. Yeah. I missed the super chat. What? Oh, I did. Jordan Rennie with a very generous $2 holla. I appreciate it. Jordan says, question: what will happen to the treasure? I never actually thought about that. We see the treasure, obviously, in the trailer, so it exists. Got to be in the show. But what happens to it? Are the kids just going to take it? Are the pirates going to come steal it from them? What happens to the treasure? I never thought that far in advance, you know? I never looked that far into the future, I guess. I don't know. What will happen to the treasure? You know what will happen? I don't know. Maybe they give it to the New Republic. They just donate it. I have no idea. I don't know. I have no idea. That's all I got. I have no clue. But I appreciate the super chat. I don't know, chat. What do you think? What'll happen to the treasure? Yeah. Where was I? Well, thank you, Lindsay. I appreciate that, and I hope you feel better. Okay. Atten is an interplanetary banking exchange, and the revolving satellites cannot be plotted. Oh, so the satellites you're saying are hiding it. But why is it trapped in the Republic era? Why is it still under the terms of the Republic and possibly the entire Republic or the Old Republic even? The Old Republic credits that they're talking about here. Why is it so lost in time? That's the big question. That's the big question. Joe, what's up? There's a video of the song lyrics. Okay. Should we watch that? By the way, they've released a whole clip.
What do you want?
The Star Wars official YouTube channel. See how I smashed that like, guys? You should do that on this live stream as well. The official Star Wars YouTube channel, as you can see right there in the corner, posted this official clip from the Skeleton Crew. And it's just the scene of women and Neil getting the food, and then, of course, it ends up with them trying to pay with
Republic credit and
Business scum! Oh, my arm!
where'd you two find an old Republic credit in mint condition?
They posted only one scene from the first two episodes, and it was this one. Clearly of some great importance. I don't know. Something weird. Something weird going on here. And Vane, of course, snooping in the background. Ooh, we got a Trandoshan right there. Not Bosk, but means there could be more Trandoshans coming our way. All right, let's take a look at this. We watched this trailer. You're talking about this? Oh, it's a Lear whole thing, but let's see. You're telling me that Atten is in this? Dang, this thing goes. Somebody translate this immediately. What is the lines here in the major song? Tom song. G or Atten. What? That means Earth below us. GG means live and die. What? Does anybody speak Huttese in this chat? God. Isn't it Huttese? Yeah. New karaoke song unlocked. That's awesome. Baronessa, what's up? That's what the well, what's what the actual song says? You just said that's what the actual song says. What is it? Oh, Earth Below Us is what the actual song says. Earth Below Us. UV Clip says, Mike, what do you think of my theory from above? Why couldn't you just put it in that message? Now I gotta go find it. GG at Atten. What the hell does that mean, chat? Haspivaka. What does that mean? Can somebody get translating on this Huddies already? Does Google Translate do Huddies? Anybody? Annie K says she found a Reddit post. All right, let's get on that. Let's get on this. Let's get on this. I think the real song says, "Where are you from?" I don't know. It's a Norwegian drinking song. LOL. Oh, okay. All right. Let's just get. Nope. No translation of something else. Damn it, Annie K. Son of a bitch. Oh, I think I get it now. Of course. Palilika Bunki Dawn. Of course. Yeah. Duh. How'd you guys not know that? No. But if we look actually here, this is the moon where we're going to be seeing our owl character. And this looks to be that telescope that he was looking out of earlier. So there's the Onyx Cinder flying down to probably land here. And that's when they're going to go meet our owl friend. Yeah. Trek Anderson says, do you think we'll be seeing Hondo Unaka in this show? Yes. Yes, I still do. Indeed, I do. I only speak Spanish and a little bit of Portuguese, LOL. Well, get your Huddies sort of fixed out here, you know? Figure it out. Figure it out. Decide to meet the... Oh, there's new, like, actual scenes in this, chat. We have to watch this whole thing. Like, this is a new scene we haven't seen yet. This is them walking in. Holy crap. Hang on. This is showing the whole show right now. And then that's them meeting the owl dude right there. This is like a whole scene from the next episode, I think. Or like walking in on the owl's place. Now, is this the person that Jod was talking about before? The female character that knows how to get places or whatever? This owl dude right here? Is he the Bola Bota Cramo? Is he the Bola Bota Cramo? Chat? Is he the Chupazika Ahsoka? Chat? Then what are they doing here? Wim's waving around something. Neil just wants to get back home, chat. Tikawumbi Wim? Who? Hang on, where they landed right there? Did Lucasfilm, did Star Wars literally just go, hang on, let's just drop this full lyric video of the Major Tom in Huddies and just throw in so many new scenes for only the people who are going to watch it? Is that what just happened here, chat? This is another scene where I think the Onyx might be a goner. Well, it's going to maybe get eaten by this thing. Interestingly enough, we haven't seen this scene yet, obviously, but the kids are here and Jod isn't. Now, we think at some point in this season, Jod is going to turn on the kids. And that makes sense. Is this after that? Are these kids on their own now and they have to go get their ship back and do this whole thing without Jod? I don't know. We'll see. Of course, you know? I mean, it's so good. But this is the weird planet where they're all dressed up in the old pirate stuff. No way, not the Chada Chokobda. This is when he hits the William is about to hit the trap door. They're in the treasure room right now. He hits the trap door and they're all gonna fall down. Ooh, that's a ship being chased by 2 X-Wings, but it doesn't look like the Onyx Cinder. It wasn't. What's going on in this scene? Are they the same 2 X-Wings from before or new 2 X-Wings? And is one of them Carson Teva? And is the other one Omega? So many questions, chat. More X-Wings. Oh, we get a very close look to this X-Wing. We got to be able to get something off of this. What are we looking at here, chat? Nothing? See, this R2 unit on the back looks like a taller version, like an R5 from The Mandalorian, the droid that had a bad motivator. Can anybody catch anything off this? We seen anything in the cockpit there? Chat? Anything? It's Bob? Oh, okay. Of course. It's Bob. I think one of these has to be Carson Teva, because he'll be the connection to all these different shows. He's that guy. Wedge? Oh, if it was Wedge and Telly's, that would be crazy. They'd have to CGI him or deepfake him or whatever, but it would still be crazy. Ooh. Oh, here comes the chorus, chat. Oh, hang on. We missed so many new scenes right there. Getting hot down here. All right, let's rewind that for a second. I got a little carried away. Of course, the Bunkiko to. This is, I don't even know. This might be, I don't know. Jod is not wearing his trench coat here. It could be a flashback in theory, but I don't know if it is. This is weird. Some sort of scrapyard. We've never seen this before in any of the trailers. Never. Some sort of scrapyard looking thing? What's going on with this? I have no idea. This Onyx it's almost like halfway in the grave right here. Now, obviously, the kids have seemingly hopped in and are trying to boost it backwards, but I don't know. This is them on their way to go see the owl lady or man. Such a cool shot. I can't wait to see this without the Huddies. That's not the Onyx Cinder, and neither is that. What planet is that? What is going on right now? What are we looking at here? Are these pirate ships? And what planet is that? It doesn't look like Ad-Aden. Ad-Aden has this giant greenish cloud around it. I don't know. It looks like a reddish planet almost on the surface. Like almost red. Pirate ships? It looks like it could be pirate ships. Hondo's ship? I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. There's two ships, which makes it me think it's probably going to be. Is that the Ghost? No. Neither of them look like the Ghost. The Ghost? I don't see the Ghost. This doesn't look like the Ghost. It's probably just pirates, but I don't know where they're going. I don't know what planet this is. It looks very familiar. I just don't know what planet it is. At Aten, but they depowered the fog. I wonder if the fog is manufactured. You're saying this ship looks like the Ghost or the other one? I don't think either of them do. Maybe that one, but it looks like this is big, like, thing on the bottom. So the New Republic shows up on this moon. This might happen next episode, Jet. Maybe not. Maybe it's the following episode, episode 4. But whenever they go to see this owl guy, all this kind of starts to happen. Yeah, so this moon planet is going to be where we meet the owl. We're going to meet, we're going to see all these scenes with the X-Wings in the New Republic, and it's all going to start to come together and be this crazy intergalactic adventure. Right now, it's just these kids, they got lost in space. Eventually, it's going to become the New Republic's involved. Pirates are involved. Everybody's involved. This might be the same scrap planet that we saw earlier, possibly. I don't really know. But it's something new, and the kids are all fighting without Jod again, strangely enough. I just had a crazy theory that ran through my mind as I was watching this incredible music video. What if this is at Aten? What if the kids make it back to at Aten and it's a war zone? There's a rebellion against the government that is keeping all these secrets from the rest of the planet. And the kids now join that rebellion because the planet has been a big lie their entire lives. It's a crazy theory, but a theory nonetheless. Incredible. Incredible. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that quite a bit. Very, very fun, if I do say so myself. Oh, Jordan Rennie with another generous $5 holla. Crazy says, imagine Lucasfilm giving more of a tease in a music video than the actual promos for the show. Yeah, that it was funny. There's a lot more new scenes in that music video for Huddy's version of Major Tom than pretty much any of the promos we've gotten over the last couple weeks. That's pretty wild. All right, since we're already an hour into the show, let's end this poll. I want to start up a new one. I want to start up a new poll. By the way, what do you think of the Skeleton Crew premiere? 76% of you loved it. 15% of you liked it. 6% of you said meh. And only 1% of you hated it. That's great numbers right there. 75% loved it. Over 90% of you guys, 90% of you guys either liked or loved it. That's pretty great to see. Pretty great to see. Okay. So doubt has been cast upon the Hondo Ohnaka rumor, him showing up in Skeleton Crew in the upcoming remaining 6 episodes, because the first 2 episodes didn't really have anything that was pointing towards his existence or his appearance, I guess, with all these pirates that we met in the first 2 episodes. So I'm going to ask again in the chat. Do you think, or we'll put it this way, do you still think Hondo Ohnaka will appear in Skeleton Crew? Now, a few things can be said here. Obviously, he wasn't in the first 2 episodes. We saw a lot of pirates. We went to a pirate port, and he wasn't there. A few things are going on here. One, he's not really a pirate anymore. Last time we saw him was in Star Wars Rebels. He joins the rebellion. It's a possibility he has a role in the New Republic. That would be kind of crazy. Maybe he's doing his pirate thing. Who knows? Maybe he just wasn't at that pirate port. Possibly. The other thing is his ship. His ship was at that pirate port as far as we're aware, because it looks like the same ship that's at Galaxy's Edge. Now, he could come upon that ship later on down the timeline, but for now, we don't even know that's his ship at all. One big thing came out. Star Wars Outlaws has another DLC coming out in a few months that has Hondo Ohnaka joining the game in a pirate DLC. So Star Wars Outlaws just got a DLC recently with Lando Calrissian, this whole sort of sabacc thing. Now they're going to add this pirate thing, and the creator of the show said, how can you have a pirate DLC in Star Wars and not have the pirate from Star Wars, Hondo Ohnaka? And that seems to be the common consensus, the common theory, I guess, for lack of a better word, being brought out by Lucasfilm. If you're going to have something about pirates, you have to have the pirate in Star Wars, and that is Hondo Ohnaka. So this show about pirates seems very likely to introduce into live action for the first time in a TV show, I guess, Hondo Ohnaka. But, like I said before, the first 2 episodes didn't really tease at him at all or mention him at all. And we got a lot of pirates in those first 2 episodes. So what do we think, Chad? Hondo Ohnaka, will he still be showing up in Skeleton Crew? Wow. 90% of you still say yes. Okay. So the first 2 episodes casted 0 doubts in your minds that Hondo is not going to show up. That's pretty wild. 90%. Jeez. Well, there you go. Yeah. Your pal Joe says, Hondo is more likely to show up than Cal Kestis, in my opinion, especially from where I'm at now with Jedi Survivor. Have you not finished Jedi Survivor? I don't want to spoil it for you, but yeah, I'm not going to spoil it for you at all. Cal Kestis has always sort of been a big dream of mine to come to live action. Once Skeleton Crew was announced, I was fully on the bandwagon of this will be the first time we ever get to see Cal Kestis in live action. That didn't happen, or at least hasn't happened yet. And there's still a very small likelihood that Cal Kestis could appear in Skeleton Crew. It's not looking great right now. It's not looking great. But there still is a small possibility. There's still 6 episodes left. It's 8 episodes total. Yes, it is. 8 episodes total. There's still 6 episodes left. So Cal Kestis, it's a possibility. But to what Joe just said, it is far more likely to see Hondo Ohnaka in this show about pirates than it is to see Cal Kestis. Sadly. Is At-Aten a planet in Jedi Survivor? No. This is the first time we're ever seeing At-Aten in Star Wars canon, as far as I'm aware. Yeah. How can there be a pirate, or how can he be the pirate and not be in the pirate show? It's outrageous. It's never been done in the history of the council. Exactly. How can he be a member of the pirates or the pirate and not be a member of the pirate show? It's outrageous. It's unfair. Yeah. True story. UV Clip says, wait, we're still wondering who is in the X-Wings. We didn't even mention that Iden Verso or Del Meeko from Battlefront 2 as possibilities. They turn into rebels and become pilots in that story. Yes. And I think, obviously, Iden would be the more likely there. But I feel like there's better characters. Like Carson Teva obviously could be one of them. I think Omega, especially coming off the backs of the Bad Batch Season 3 earlier this year. Yeah. Adam says, did you know that Earth was in Star Wars? Humans built ships and Earth was slowly abandoned and was the midway point from Tatooine to Coruscant, and some race or band took it to another galaxy. Yeah, so that is a legend story, not canon. So Earth obviously doesn't exist in Star Wars canon. It is a galaxy far, far away a long time ago, so it doesn't exist. Well, technically it does exist, but it's a galaxy far away and a long time in the future. That is Earth. But in a legend story, yes, you are correct. Earth was in the galaxy far, far away, and then it got transported. They transported a planet to a different galaxy. True story. True story. Jordan says, Mike, you piqued my interest with the title of this video. What is the likelihood of getting Skeleton Crew Season 2? Oh, yeah. Duh. I told you I wasn't feeling good, so I almost forgot to talk about this. So, Skeleton Crew Season 2. So, obviously, we're only 2 episodes into this series, but a Season 2 has been brought up by John Watts. The creator of this Skeleton Crew series has mentioned that Season 2 is a possibility. So, let's talk about this. This comes from the Collider, and the possibility of seeing a Skeleton Crew Season 2 fully depends on us as the fans. The same way that the Acolyte Season 2 fully depended on us as the fans, and it got canceled. So Skeleton Crew Season 2 can happen, and John Watts confirms it. Let's talk about it. We 100% have an idea for a second season. Skeleton Crew creator discusses Season 2 and a time jump. Let's talk about this. Star Wars Skeleton Crew premiered earlier this week, and fans everywhere are already curious what a potential second season of the Disney Plus show would look like. We here at Collider have you covered. And during a recent interview with Steve Weintraub, show creators John Watts and Christopher Ford revealed that there are plans for a second season and what it would look like. One of the kicks of Skeleton Crew is that it's the first Star Wars show to feature children in a prominent role. Obviously, kids grow up really fast in the real world, so a kid actor is going to grow up really fast. The same problem we saw with Stranger Things, which is what he mentions later, Stranger Things. The Stranger Things kids are still playing like 16-year-olds, and now they're 25. Or they're still playing 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds? And they're 21, whatever it is. They grew out of their role very, very quickly. So that's a big problem when you have kid actors, which can pose a big problem when it comes to stretching content out over multiple years because, well, kids grow up. John Watts and Christopher Ford already have plans in place to deal with this, and they don't want to end up like other shows on that same boat. This is what John Watts had to say. We 100% have an idea for a second season, and we know that we would do it. We know what we would do. We have built it be built a ticking clock for these kids and their age. Obviously, kids grow up quick, but by the time we would get production going, we know what their age would be. So we would have to be writing towards that. You'll be growing up with the kids. That's pretty cool. It would be something like a 3 to 4 year time jump. It would make sense. We haven't seen the kids in a while, so it would just depend on how tall these kids are. We wouldn't want to do a Stranger Things thing where where it's like the next day, because it wouldn't be. Honestly, when I was looking at these kids doing the promotion for this Skeleton Crew series, especially the kid actor for Wim and Fern, they looked so much older. Now, Neil's not a problem. He's obviously a big blue elephant and CGI'd for the most part. So that's not a problem. KB can kind of be hid behind that visor. That's not that big a problem either. It's Fern and Wim. And when you look at the two actors who play those two roles during these promo videos or red carpet premieres, they already look so much older. Because this show filmed years ago now, like multiple years ago. So they're already so much older. And kids age fast. But they don't want to have that the next day thing. So there would be a big time jump in between a second and a third season, 2 to 4 years or 3 to 4 years, which is pretty significant in this Mandoverse time period where we're having multiple projects be released all the time. Well, let's see what Christopher Ford had to say about it. It's built into it that it would be a bigger time jump forward because it does take so long to get things moving. Production, that is. This isn't like it would be taking place the next day because the kids will be a lot older. There's so many repercussions for that. It's like you kind of want to catch up later on in their story. So obviously, Stranger Things is the biggest thing to this. Kids getting really older really fast, still playing young kids. It's a big problem. It's already a major green flag to hear that John Watts and Christopher Ford already have this sort of idea for what to go down with a big time jump, 3 to 4 years. That would make a lot of sense. Now, the problem with this becomes the Mandalorian and Grogu movie and Ahsoka Season 2. So if you're going to start production for Skeleton Crew Season 2, it would have to start as soon as possible. And it would likely release in 2026 or 2027, which would be pretty cool. Because then you'd have the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, Ahsoka Season 2, and then Skeleton Crew Season 2 right after that. These kids would have grown a couple of years, and the time jump would make sense because now you'd have content to fill that void. The Mandalorian would take place the year after Skeleton Crew Season 1, and Ahsoka would follow that. Now you'd have at least a 2 or 3 year jump to Skeleton Crew Season 2. It could work. It could work. Now again, we've only seen the first 2 episodes. It could crater from here. Episode 3 could suck. Episode 4 could suck. I don't think it will, but it could. It's a possibility. Let's say it continues this way and fans absolutely love this show, and that would beg for a second season. Obviously. The views are there. The numbers are there. The fans love it. There should be a second season. 100%. Now you'd have to put into effect that these kids are going to get older and there's going to have to be a time jump. And they might already be on that. You have John Watts and Christopher Ford who aren't working on any other Star Wars project. So they can go do Season 2. Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau obviously are executive producers. They can still do that while working on their own projects, the Mandalorian and Grogu movie and Ahsoka Season 2, which, by the way, we got a crazy Ahsoka Season 2 news update we'll get to in a second. But just, I guess, very early on, having only seen the first 2 episodes of the Skeleton Crew series, do you guys think that we should get a second season of Skeleton Crew? Do you want a second season of Skeleton Crew? Having only seen the first 2 episodes, it is very, very hard to make that, I guess, assumption or prediction, I guess. It's hard to do that, having only seen the first 2 episodes. But with that, do you want to see a second season? Let's actually put up a poll in the chat, shall we? Let's put up a poll in the chat. By the way, 92% of you 92% of you guys say yes, you think that Hondo Ohnaka will still appear in Skeleton Crew. That's crazy, but let's do this. It's too early for Skeleton Crew, depends on the ending. Okay, well that makes sense. Do you want a Skeleton Crew Season 2? The math is mathing? No, it's not. That says 91% and 8%. That's only 99. Yes or no? Do you want a Skeleton Crew season 2? Again, it's very early on, only having seen the first 2 episodes, but just based off of that, do you want to see a second season? Especially with John Watts and Christopher Ford already having an idea for that second season, taking into account all these other variables of the kid's age and all that stuff. It'd be pretty cool. It'd be pretty cool. I want an Acolyte season 2. Me too, but that's a different thing. That's a different thing. All right, we'll see where that poll ends up. We shall see that. A ship resembling the original concept for the Millennium Falcon was at the spaceport. Did anybody else realize that? I did not. That's a great catch. That's a great catch. I did not catch that. All right, let's talk Ahsoka season 2 for a second, shall we? Let's talk about this. We have when the filming is going to start, and an update from Dave Filoni himself. Okay, so let's talk about this. The first thing's coming from the direct, and it's about Dave Filoni in this big update that he gave for Ahsoka season 2. Let's talk about this. Dave Filoni reveals which Star Wars project he's going to work on next. The GOAT right there. Look at that guy. He's the GOAT. Lucasfilm's Chief Creative Officer, or CCO, Dave Filoni, is a busy man and seems to have already have his next Star Wars project lined up. Filoni and the Star Wars brand seem to be stacking up quite the next couple of years with titles. The franchise recently debuted its Stranger Things in Space streaming story. Stranger Things in Space streaming story, Skeleton Crew, and is finally set to get back into the theaters with the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, which is in 2026. While the Mandalorian film is written by Filoni and his Mandalorian creative partner Jon Favreau, is still more than a year away. Production on that project seems to be ramping down as filming has come to a close. Yeah, we didn't talk about this, but this week, filming has come to a close for The Mandalorian and Grogu. We finally finished filming for that movie. So, unless there's sort of any going back to film for reshoots or anything like that, maybe, but right now, the actual filming for the movie is done. Leaving Filoni's plate fairly clear and exciting prospects for fans of the Star Wars creator, Dave Filoni's next project is set. Appearing at the Skeleton Crew premiere event at Disneyland, Lucasfilm CCO Dave Filoni pulled the curtain back on what Star Wars title he'll be working on next. Talking with Extra TV, Filoni revealed that filming work is done on his current title of the Lucasian, that's hilarious, Lucasian canon, the long-awaited Mandalorian and Grogu movie, allowing him to move fully over to Ahsoka season 2. So here's what he had to say. I am so well into Ahsoka season 2 as well. He's not just getting started on this. I'm sure he wrote a lot of it during the time of filming and production of season 1. But it seems like he's really gotten a lot of work done already on Ahsoka season 2. I've been writing it. I'm still the single writer on it. He's the only guy writing on it right now. That will change. There'll be a team of writers around him, but he's going to write the first draft and all that stuff. So I'm enjoying doing that. But it's a challenge, of course. Working some of these arcs through has been a challenge, and making sure that it all is going to come out in a way that is exciting for fans. I know that there's interested in where some of these things I developed in season 1 will go. I'm pretty happy with it. We'll see. It's my next thing to work on, and it's coming up. Okay? So we're about to talk about when this begins to film, but Dave Filoni is working and currently well into writing season 2 for Ahsoka. Keep that in mind. Now, this talks about how he was famously the only writer who worked on Ahsoka season 1, which is wild. I'm sure people helped him out, Jon Favreau, other writers, etc., but he is written down as the only singular writer for the show. Fans of the beloved Star Wars character will surely be happy to hear that he will be back at the helm, penning the script himself yet again. I'm the biggest Ahsoka fan. I mean, that's a crazy statement, I guess. I am a huge Ahsoka fan. We'll put it that way. I'm not the biggest, okay? But Ahsoka is my favorite Star Wars live-action show, period. Uh, Obviously, I'm a big Rebels guy. You guys know that. But Ahsoka's my second favorite character of all time. Anakin's my favorite character of all time. The two of them fighting in the World Between Worlds, incredible. The Clone Wars flashbacks, amazing. But beyond that, the rest of the show itself, Ezra, Thrawn, going to Peridia, the whole Sabine arc, it's incredible. It's a masterpiece. Getting this second season is going to be unbelievable. And being able to top the first season is going to be extremely difficult. However, it can be done. Reintroducing the Mortis gods into canon for fans, normie fans who've never watched the Clone Wars or whatever, doing that, reintroducing those Mortis gods is going to be huge. Possibly bringing in Abeloth in season 2 is even crazier. So, giving us all this wild stuff for a second season, seeing Thrawn maybe extend his reign in the galaxy even to possibly set up the next Mando movie, or maybe even a Skeleton Crew season 2, as we were just talking about. Ahsoka season 2's sort of limitless when it comes to what can happen. And obviously all these characters have to keep going on their arcs. Ezra, Hera, Sabine, Ahsoka, obviously. They all have to go on these same trajectories that they've been set on for the last decade. The biggest one to me in that second season would be Hera Syndulla. Because obviously we're going to spend so much time with Sabine, Hugh Wang, Ahsoka on Peridia. But the stuff in the normal Star Wars galaxy, the galaxy we know and love, with Hera Syndulla and Grand Admiral Thrawn, is going to be where it's at. Those two crazy minds going at each other, those generals of a war going at each other, it's going to be awesome. Their backstories together, obviously, Hera blames Thrawn for the death of Kanan, the father of her child, and the loss of Ezra. Well, Ezra's back now, but the loss of Ezra for all those years, etc. Thrawn's a big reason for a lot of bad stuff happening in Hera's life. The two of them going back and forth is going to be incredible. Yeah. Anthony, what's up? Hey, Mike, just got here. Sorry. No worries. I thoroughly enjoyed Skeleton Crew. An 8 out of 10 for me. Nice. Have you heard the rumor that Wim may end up being Captain EO? May end up being Captain EO? What are you talking about? Like he grows up to be Michael Jackson? No, I have not. Adam says, I like them making more ties from the sequels in the pre-trilogy? What? But I'm a little sick of everything, compacting everything in the time between the trilogies. Well, obviously it has to be in the time between the trilogies. That's when the show takes place. You know? What if the treasure room has something to do with the Mortis God statues we see in Ahsoka? Almost like the World Between Worlds situation. Maybe. There could be some connection between Peridia or the Mortis gods and this treasure in Skeleton Crew, but I don't know. I feel like Skeleton Crew is going to be its own sort of story with very little connections to everything else. Like Carson Teva showing up would obviously be a connection, but it wouldn't be like drastic, you know? Yep, Thrawn on Dathomir would be sick to see. Yeah, so season 2 of Ahsoka is going to really dive into that. What's going on with Thrawn? What's his next steps in taking over as the heir to the Empire, etc. And actually, this brings us back to the main topic of today's live stream, which is Skeleton Crew, and how Grand Admiral Thrawn could appear in this Skeleton Crew series. We haven't seen him since Ahsoka ended last year. Now, granted, we haven't gotten a Mandoverse project since then, but a lot has to happen between Thrawn arriving on Dathomir at the end of Ahsoka and Thrawn becoming the heir to the Empire, possibly in the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Meaning, we gotta see, or at least check in with our boy, the big blue meanie, Grand Admiral Thrawn, at some point before the Mandalorian and Grogu airs or comes to the big screen. So, when would that be? Skeleton Crew? Now, the current way that Skeleton Crew is going, it doesn't feel like Grand Admiral Thrawn would make an appearance. However, like we mentioned earlier in the live stream, this show takes place in wild space. This space outside of the Outer Rim. Let me pull up a map so it makes sense. Wild space Star Wars on a map. This is a map of the Star Wars galaxy. Hmm. Let me find a good one here. This is a bad one, but I kind of like it. All right, we got two different ones here. Let me pull these up. Let me pull both of these up. Okay, so this one, you have your deep core, your core worlds here, your inner rim, mid rim, outer rim, unknown regions, wild space outside the outer rim. You got that. This is another one that kind of looks pretty good. Outer rim territories and the wild spaces around that. All the purple is the wild space. So you have wild space, outer rim, mid rim, expansion regions, inner rim. What does that say? Colonies? Core world, deep core, and then unknown regions off here to the side. So wild space is right next to the outer rim. The outer rim is where Thrawn comes in. The outer rim is where Thrawn is in on Dathomir. That's where he is. So the New Republic doesn't extend to the outer rim just yet because they are struggling to keep control. So the outer rim is sort of just chaos. We see that in The Mandalorian quite a bit. Wild space is where all these pirates sort of have control, and the outer rim, I'm sure. But wild space is where these pirates are. It's possible At-Atten could be in the unknown regions. I don't know. However, if Thrawn is in the outer rim, it's very likely that because these places are so close to each other, either a reference to Thrawn could happen in Skeleton Crew, or he could show up himself at some point and somewhere. I don't know how or why, but we're still very early on in the Skeleton Crew show. A lot can happen. But with that being said, tell me in the chat, do you think the Big Blue Meanie Grand Admiral Thrawn will show up or could show up in Skeleton Crew? And I want to pull this up actually because, oh my God. What? Do you want Skeleton Crew Season 2? 92% of you guys, oh my God, it's the same freaking math, say yes, which makes sense. All right, let's see. Do you think Grand Admiral Thrawn will in Skeleton Crew? Your pal Joe just said he'll be Neil's real dad. No. Okay. Do you think he'll be in Skeleton Crew? Yes or no? Let's see it, chat. I'm seeing a lot of no's in the chat. Interesting. Maybe they'll hint towards him. Okay. Let's talk about that. Will they hint towards Grand Admiral Thrawn? If he's truly going to be the heir to the Empire, you don't think he'd show up in the Skeleton Crew show? Or at least be mentioned in some sort of way? It'll be interesting to see if we see any stormtroopers in this show. We have already seen X-Wings. What are the X-Wings doing so far out into this wild space? Yes, we need a master strategist. Well, that's what Thrawn is. He is the master strategist. But I feel like he's going to take over the Outer Rim first, in the wild space first. If he can get the pirates on his side, you never know. Thrawn might get involved when he hears about At-Atten. There you go. So we have rumors that At-Atten might be something to do with the First Order in the rise to power of some sort of empire. You don't think Thrawn, who has just recently returned back from his exile, you don't think Thrawn would maybe want to go check in on that At-Atten planet, that hidden planet that might be housing something very important for the future of the Empire, of the First Order? Maybe. Thrawn is too busy getting a new suit, nice, and sorting things out with the witches. Well, he's got to start taking over the galaxy at some point. Mentioned, sure. Show up? I don't think so. There you go. Mention would be good. By the way, this poll is about 60-40. 60% of you saying no, he won't show up. 40% of you saying yes. Interesting. Interesting. Will there be a Huddy's version of Michael Jackson singing Annie, Are You Okay? I hope so. That would be incredible. So Grand Admiral Thrawn, the big blue meanie, Neil's dad, could he show up in Skeleton Crew? It's probably unlikely. A mention of him, maybe. A rise of a power in the unknown regions. Or not the unknown regions, but the outer rim. Wild space. A big blue meanie coming to power. Big blue mean. It's possible. It's definitely possible. Yeah. We'll have to wait and see. I really want Thrawn to be in this show so badly now. Okay, but with that being said, can I get some good cups full orders in the chat, please? Bumper. I still can't believe I dumped I didn't dump it. Samantha dumped it. But I still can't believe that I got this entire cup of water dumped on my head. Like, we've come a long way here, chat. We've come a long way. We really have. 2 years of live streaming, all to dump this big-ass cup on my head. You guys want to do some call-ins? We could do some call-ins today. I'd be down for some call-ins. Let me set this up on the Discord. If you guys are not yet in the Discord, there's a link in the description below to a Discord called The People Who Love Star Wars. Go check it out right now. I'm opening up a call-in stage in that Discord. So if you want to, you can join on in and you can raise your hand and I will pick you in, or call, you know, do the thing. You know? We'll do the thing. Yeah. We'll do the thing. All right, let me see if I can aha. Okay. So if you want to do a call and you can come in and raise your hand and we'll do that. So we talked about that. Oh, we didn't talk about this. Let's talk about this for a quick second before we do these call-ins, or while we're waiting for these call-ins. We have some James Mangold news, but also entertainmentweekly.com released their top 20 episodes of 2024. Like episodes of television, singular episodes. And a Star Wars episode made the list. What do you guys think? What episode do you think made this list? First of all, let me preface. It should have been the finale of The Bad Batch. It wasn't. I don't think there's any animated ones on this list. But it should have been The Bad Batch finale. I agree with you. Ahsoka episode 5. Ahsoka episode 5 was last year though. Wasn't this year. It's best episodes of 2024. Yeah. Best episodes of 2024. Now, The Acolyte episode 5. Yes. The Acolyte episode 5. So let's take a look at this. The Acolyte episode 5, titled Night, came in at number 9 on best singular episodes of the year. And honestly, I think it should have been higher. I think the Bad Batch finale probably should have been even higher than this too. Actually, no. Bad Batch season finale is not better than this episode. However, both of them should have been higher than 9, and both of them should have been on the list. But yeah, there was a pretty big divide when it came to The Acolyte, but I mean, you can't watch episode 5 and not go, holy shit, that was incredible. So that's pretty cool. In terms of being a Star Wars fan, that's pretty dang cool, if I do say so myself. But there you go. All right, let's talk about the James Mangold news then, shall we? James Mangold finally gives out some update on the Dawn of the Jedi movie. Dawn of the Jedi is, for me, just the most cool idea that's in the works right now at Lucasfilm. It's the origins of the Jedi. the first ever lightsaber being created, the first ever people to use the Force, all that stuff. It's got me so hyped up. Problem is, it's really not going to be for a long time. The Mandalorian and Grogu movie obviously comes out in 2026. There's a scheduled Star Wars movie for 2027, and it'll probably be the Rey movie. That means you're probably not going to see this movie till 2028, 2027 or 2028 at the earliest. So let's talk about it. James Mangold finally gives an update. Now, James has been a pretty busy man as of late. One of his latest movies is coming out, I believe, like next weekend or something. I could be wrong. Next weekend? It's a Timothée Chalamet stars as Bob Dylan in some sort of like biopic type thing. It looks pretty good, but James Mangold is directing it. So let's take a look at this. James Mangold and Mr. Willie Mon. So Mr. Willie Mon is this guy on the right here, this handsome fellow right here, and this is James Mangold on the left. So Mr. Willie Mon is, of course, you see Andor behind him. He is the guy who wrote the One Way Out arc in Andor. So the Kino Loy One Way Out arc of the Narkina 5 prison, which I just rewatched a couple days ago, actually. It's incredible still to this day. The guy who wrote that has been tapped in to help out James Mangold in the writing of the Dawn of the Jedi movie. So James Mangold and Mr. Willie Mon are close to finishing a draft of Dawn of the Jedi. Meaning 2027 is probably a more likely scenario for this movie. If the first draft is already almost done and we're still in 2024, let's read this. Director James Mangold, who's done Logan, Ford vs. Ferrari, Indiana Jones 5, and now this upcoming movie, has indicated that he and his co-writer, Mr. Willie Mon, who did Andor, House of Cards, The Ideal of Ides of March, sure, are nearing completion of a draft of their Star Wars script set in the Dawn of the Jedi era. Interestingly enough, they don't call it the Dawn of the Jedi movie, they call it In the Dawn of the Jedi era. James Mangold revealed an update to Deadline while promoting his latest film, the Bob Dylan biopic, The Complete Unknown. James Mangold said the following about his work with Mr. Willie Mon. My partner and I, Mr. Willie Mon, have been writing it. I don't know what's next because we haven't gotten to the end of that process. We were trying to finish a draft. So they're still working on the first draft, which is okay. We're still years away here. But the fact that they've gotten at least a lot of it done already, or at least they've been writing it, is great news for any Star Wars fan out there. They have some sort of draft, or they're getting close to the end of the process of finishing a draft. Fantastic. As it stands, the details about the future of this project are very vague. It's not clear who is starring in the Star Wars adventure. They haven't done any auditioning, I'm guessing. And maybe they have in mind certain characters, certain actors. I don't know. For example, Skeleton Crew, the John Watts and Christopher Ford had in mind Jude Law for the role of Jod Na Nawood, and they got him, which was great. But I don't know if they have any people in mind for the Origins of the Jedi movie. However, though, last we heard, the project is going well despite the lack of established production timeline. Also, worthy noting that James Mangold is also developing a Swamp Thing film that he is writing and directing for DC Studios. At the same time, he'll be working on the Star Wars project. So I actually forgot about this. He's working on Swamp Thing for DC. DC is very strange to me right now. I just finished watching The Penguin. It was incredible. But it has nothing to do with the DCEU that they're creating right now. And neither does the Chat. So, I don't know. DC, it's a whole thing. But he is working on that movie for DC. And I guess that's the only update until now. Now, it could be that this will be the December 17th, 2027 release date. But again, it's unclear for now whether that's going to be a Rey movie or a Dawn of the Jedi movie. Who knows? We shall see. But Dawn of the Jedi is going to be amazing. Can't wait. Can't wait. I don't know. Where's the hype level at on Tales of the Jedi? Tales of the Jedi. Dawn of the Jedi. Chat, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for Dawn of the Jedi? Let's hear it, chat. Anthony says, Mike, I hope to God it wasn't The Acolyte. Oh, my. If it was episode 5. Yes, The Bad Batch was a better all-around series and it deserved consistently high Nielsen numbers. Yeah, The Bad Batch season 3 was incredible. Let's not forget. It was this year. It was early on this year, but it was incredible. Yeah. -4? Oh my God. 10 out of 10 for Dawn of the Jedi. 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 6, 6, 6, 3, 5, 4, a million. Nice. Yeah, Dawn of the Jedi for me is at the top of the list. It's so unbelievably hyped. Because it's the dawn of the freaking Jedi. Getting to see the first ever Force users, first ever lightsaber be built, first ever Jedi temple be built, all that crazy stuff. Can't wait. I'm hoping we see the wills of the Force in Dawn of the Jedi. Again, will be incredible. Mortis gods even too? Nah, Ahsoka season 2. Maybe. Ahsoka season 2 is definitely high up there for me, but yeah. Has not really been on my radar. It's still very far away, so that does make sense. Yeah. 9 out of 10, 7 out of 10. Yeah. Yeah. I'm cautious about the prospect of a Dawn of the Jedi movie. George Lucas and Dave Filoni would have to be involved if it was to be created. Otherwise, I'm worried. Yeah, well, I would hope they would bring in Dave at least. George would be great, but we'll see. Imagine a Dawn of the Jedi movie with a co-creating tagline of George Lucas. Now that's a sell. You got James Mangold directing, who's an incredible director. Mr. Willie Mon writing, who's an incredible writer, as we're aware. Dave Filoni, executive producer, and George Lucas as an executive producer. That would make billions upon billions upon billions of dollars. If Palpatine died, would Yoda have had more babies? That is a very strange question, but actually a good one. And we don't know because it hasn't been confirmed that Yoda, or Grogu, I should say, is Yoda's child. But, yeah, maybe. Oh, shit, I forgot about the call-ins. Oh, we have people in here doing the call. I apologize, guys. Okay. Maybe we'll do some call-ins. All right, we'll do call-ins. All right, we're doing call-ins. Pause. We're doing call-ins. Let's get Haja in here first. Let's do that. All right, let's do this. All right. I almost forgot about these. Haja, what's up?
Hello there. How are you, my friend?
I am good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Very well. All the better for a nice little live stream, and glad to see that you're feeling a bit better. And happy back to tanks even for you.
Yes, I've been sitting in the back of the tank for the last 12 hours actually. No, I appreciate that. Yeah. So let's talk about Skeleton Crew for a second. First of all, what did you think of the first 2 episodes?
They were, to quote Wim, totally wizard. And absolutely loved them. Yeah, and I think the one thing in regards to the planet, Atin, and just the whole structure, it's just like one big giant cult, and it's really, really, what on earth is going on? What on earth is going on?
Well, that's the questions we need answered, and I'm coming to you, the man that would know all the answers, and that is Haja. So let me ask you this. Jod Na Nawood has this very weird, cool but weird entrance at the end of episode 2, where he's in the shadows, looming in the shadows. Not really like the brightest, happiest, hey, I'm going to help you guys out type deal. It's more like Maul in Star Wars Rebels. So, obviously, they're making us believe in the promotion for this show that he shouldn't be trusted. They're like, should he be trusted? Yeah, probably not. Who do you think Jude Law is really playing here? A Jedi, a Sith? Like, what's the deal with Jod Na Nawood?
I think, from what I totally agree in regards to the, he had completely got a whiff of Maul about him.
Yeah.
What a nice phrase on the entrance.
Yeah.
in regards to that dark kind of, it reminded me of Ezra and Maul, in Rebels and stuff. It was like nice.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to be the complete scoundrel who's force sensitive. He's clever enough to hide it because he knows he's going to get into trouble. It's going to be such a clever little twist on that. But fundamentally, he's a dodgy egg. He's a dodgy egg. But wasn't Han Solo a dodgy egg back in the day?
True.
When we first met him.
True. He could have a turnaround and could become a good guy. What I did notice today during the live stream while we were watching all those trailers and that awesome Huddies version of all that stuff, what I did notice was a lot of the scenes that we haven't seen yet don't have Jod in them with the kids, and the kids are by themselves. So like they're fighting on one planet, they're watching the Onyx Cinder get eaten by some weird thing on the other planet, and Jod's not there, which is pretty strange because he's supposed to be with the kids the rest of the show from here on out. So what do you think's going on there? Did Jod turn on them? Did the kids lose Jod, or what do you think's going on?
I think they're going to get separated along the way, and I think initially Jod, whatever his face is, Crimson Jack, whatever you're called. I think initially he'll be like, "Oh, that's fine, I'm not bothered." But then he will be bothered because Neil's got him in the feels. It's just like, you love us.
He misses Neil, so he has to go back to them. That's genius. All right. All right. We're going to get you on out of here and maybe get somebody else in. But let me leave you on this. Any predictions for episode 3 specifically?
I've got a feeling we're going to... they're going to get away from the spaceport, and then they're going to go and that's going to be a mission in itself. But they're going to go and see one of Jod's contacts to try and find out where on Earth Atatin should be.
Interesting. Do you think they'll go see the owl next episode or no?
I've got a feeling they're going to end up there. And there's that beautiful scene where you've got the silhouette of all 5 of them walking with the moon in the background. I think that might be the ending of an episode.
Yeah.
As they've just arrived leading us into episode 4. That's C3PO's predictions for you, Mike. Thank you very much.
I appreciate it, Haja. All right, I'm gonna get you on out of here.
No worries. Take care, pal. Bye.
Thank you. All right, so we'll get somebody else in here, but to preface that for a second, I completely agree with that. I think this next episode is going to be them escaping the pirate port with Jod Na Nawood, and maybe, just maybe, they will make it to the owl. I don't know how long the next episode is going to be. The runtime hasn't really been leaked out there. But having said that, it's possible that it could be sort of I don't want to say filler episode because that would stink. We're only 3 episodes in. And honestly, an 8-episode show should have no fillers. But it could be some sort of more of an explanation episode, let's say. I actually think next episode could be more of an introduction to or more of an explanation to At-Atin. We're not just going to get the kids' side of the story anymore. We're also going to get At-Atin, where we're going to get Wim's dad and Fern's mom now working together to try and save their kids. Because Wim's dad did see them both blast off together. So Fern's mom's going to be pretty concerned about her daughter being missing, and they're probably all going to come together and try to figure out what's going on in their home, seemingly safe home planet. Now, the weird thing is, Fern's mom has a very high up position in the government, so she would probably have some more information, at least more than Wim's dad, about what's going on. Maybe she doesn't. Maybe they're all being lied to. Maybe everybody on this freaking planet is being lied to. But we can't forget, yes, we're going to get Jod Na Nawood next episode. The kids, SM-33, them escaping the pirate port. It's going to be cool. But there's a whole other side of this story, and that is At-Atin. And that is what's going on with the parents. Wim's dad, Fern's mom, them trying to find their kids on a planet where you can't leave. You can't leave, and you can't arrive. So you can't come in or come out of that planet. So trying to find a way to find your kids off planet is going to be really hard to do, and I want to see them do it. And that'll probably be in the next episode too. Figuring out what's going on in At-Atin. Yeah, absolutely. All right, let me end this poll because you guys are all haters on this idea of Grand Admiral Thrawn showing up with this galaxy crew. So when it happens, you'll all look stupid. Yeah. Okay. But having said that, 62% of you guys say no, Grand Admiral Thrawn will not appear in this show. there's definitely something going on with Fern's mom and Wim's dad. Yeah, for sure. For sure. The Lonely Clone, what's up, says no, but I just finished watching Skeleton Crew. It's a great show. Nice. Nice. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. I look stupid every day. I'm used to it. Me too. Me too. Okay, let's do this. Anyone here going to play the new Indiana Jones game? I saw, or I've heard, I should say, that game is incredible. I saw the whole sort of, the opening sequence of Raiders of the Lost Ark, Raiders of the Lost Ark, where he switches out the bag with the artifact, and then the boulder chases him. The opening scene of Raiders. There's the exact same scene in the video game, and I saw the whole clip of it. It looks incredible. The game looks incredible. It's getting ridiculously high ratings. I don't have any plans to play the game. But maybe. I'm a pretty busy guy right now with Skeleton Crew and stuff. Yeah. 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 Okay. All right. I'm going to end that call-ins portion just because we don't really have time to do any more. But I appreciate iHodge for calling in. I really do. Sorry, I kind of forgot about those anyway. Okay. When they get back to Atten, I bet Neil will jump straight back into that bubble bath. That might be the best scene of the whole first 2 episodes is Neil in the bath. Absolutely. All right. I think we're going to get on out of here. This was quite the amazing stream. We almost went for 2 hours, even though I wasn't feeling great. So I appreciate you guys coming around. Watch out for maybe a video tomorrow. If not, definitely a short tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be up for making a full video. Live stream on Monday now. Not Tuesday, Monday. We're going to do live stream Monday, watch party Tuesday, live stream Thursday, live stream Saturday. So Thursdays, Saturdays remain the same, but Monday is now the new Tuesday. Monday live stream, Tuesday watch party. Monday live stream, Tuesday watch party. Monday live stream, Tuesday watch party. Okay. But I appreciate you guys. Smash a freaking like on this stream if you have not already. How many likes are we up to? Oh, there we go. That's way more like it. I appreciate you guys. Smash a like on the stream if you have not already. Hit that subscribe and hit that bell so you get notified every time I post a video in my pretty face. Will show up in the recommended feed of yours. Huge shout outs to Darth Plagueis Lives, Jordan Rennie. I guess just the 2 of them. For the very generous super chats, I appreciate it quite a bit. Super chats, memberships, keep the lights on over here. So I appreciate it. And yeah, can't wait for episode 3. And may the force be with you. Always. Will Monday streams be an hour? Yeah, they'll be the usual 1 to 2 hour streams. So Monday's going to be the new Tuesday. So Tuesday, we usually stream from 2 to 4-ish p.m. And now that'll be the new Monday stream. Yes. Indeed. But I appreciate you guys. Smash a freaking like on the stream if you have not already. And let's get hyped up for Skeleton Crew episode 3 coming up. We'll be live on Monday. And maybe a video tomorrow if I'm feeling up for it. But we'll see. We shall see. Okay. Until then, hope you have a great rest of your evening. Great rest of your lives. And good night, everybody. Oh my God.